Hello everyone. Before viewing, be sure to like it. From the first frames of this manga, we are greeted by the ordinary world, and more specifically, the school playground. Physical education lesson, and our main character is next in the pull-up. He looks excited, and you can immediately tell from him that physical education is not his strong suit. The next Lin Shen. A short blonde guy, thin in appearance, his body directly shouted, "I'm a hicka to the core." In general, he looked clearly unsportsmanlike, but after standing for a while the guy gathered courage. Swinging his arms and having previously sat down, he jumped on the horizontal bar. The guy let out a soft sigh. His whole body turned into one continuous tremor as soon as it touched the crossbar. One moment and the scales filled the platform with laughter. Yes, as you have already understood, unsportsmanlike boys in this class were not liked. Ha ha ha, Lin Shen, you can. I bet you can hang for 10 seconds, hold on, stop dreaming. He won't hang for 9 seconds. Meanwhile, Shen was hanging with the last of his strength. The number 8 appeared on the stopwatch over the horizon, and he gave up. Hahaha, only 8 seconds, Lin Shen fell to the ground and sat exhausted, enveloped in the laughter of his classmates. This is a new record. Last time it was 7 seconds, hahaha. Lin Shen, a third-year student of the 8-second boy. After the boy got sick as a child, his body became very weak. He was very poorly given physical activity. He was considered weak trash. Even the physical education teacher seemed to have given up all hope. Lin Shen, try harder. The exam is coming soon, the physics test, you won't even score 1 point. Lin Shen often thought to himself, no matter how hard he worked on other subjects, he would not be able to change the fact that he was a weak-ass, physical trash. Everyone will remember him that way, and his fate is to be ridiculed and intimidated by people. After school, the guy went to the post office. He was supposed to receive a package from his father. A familiar postal worker found the boy's parcel. It came from the southern part of the country. The illness that Lin Shen got over in childhood spent all their family's savings. They even got into huge debts because of it. To earn money and pay off the debt, the father left the boy with his mother and went to the south of the country and worked hard. With these thoughts, Shen opened the carefully packed parcel. After opening, a magnificent Godzilla figure fell to his gaze, and a letter was attached to it. The guy was childishly happy because it was not just a dinosaur figurine. It was handmade, with all the details painstakingly highlighted. A smile spread across the boy's face. After looking at the figure, Shen opened his father's letter, and as he read it, tears formed on his face. The father congratulated his son on his upcoming birthday and was very sorry that he would not be able to attend, which is why he sent his son's favorite figurine as a gift. The father hoped that no matter what difficulties his son would face, he would always be able to be like Godzilla and would boldly go forward without fear. Become a strong, hardy, brave little monster. Tears formed on his son's face. He was really touched by such a letter from his father. But still, he understood that it was very difficult to become strong. At that moment, someone snatched the figure out of his hands. Turning around, he noticed his classmates' bullies. Such an adult already, but still loves to play with toys. It's clear why you are such a weakling. Shen jumped in an attempt to snatch the figure, but it was all in vain. 3 of his classmates, much taller, just tossed the toy to each other until one of them missed and threw the toy on the road. Shen ran after her without looking around. He no longer heard the cries of "Stop, idiot! Look at the road!" It was important for him to take back his father's gift. And only when he approached Godzilla, the guy heard the sound of a motor to his right. Turning around, he saw the headlights. One moment and Shen is already unconscious, and the stupid classmates are frantically trying to call an ambulance, but Shen no longer hears this. Before his eyes there is only a black, impenetrable void. My head was filled with thoughts of really, am I dead? After a while, he still managed to open his eyes. What? Where am I? Shen is in the water. Fish were swimming around him as if nothing had happened. For a moment he forgot about everything and enjoyed the beauty of the place where he found himself, but the memory still gradually returned to the guy. He came to his senses especially quickly when he looked at his hands, because now they are not hands, but paws. But panic seized him even faster when he saw him. Tail. Is that a tail? What's going on? Am I not dead? Such questions filled the young man's head. He thought he was in the afterlife, but what the hell is there water, fish, and what the hell does he have paws and tail? Thoughts were interrupted by notification. Ding dong, Kun is online. The detected carrier has regained consciousness. The monster sign evolution system has been activated. The first thoughts were, what the hell is going on here? Did I hear that right? Did you say evolution system Shen couldn't come to terms with the fact that he wasn't dead? The system replied to him. I'm not talking nonsense, honestly. Please open the status window. After the discovery of the status, suspicions instantly evaporated. Shen is really alive. Besides, he now belonged to the Thunder Dragon race. He also saw his full description, down to height and weight, where it was indicated that he was now at the larva stage. At some point, Shen thought that he was crazy, because this just can't be, but then he just moved his tail. The movements were so smooth and real that it seemed he was born with this body. The voice of the system asked if Shen would like to log in. And of course the guy agreed. It turned out that his place of residence was the Mariana Trench. In addition, it turned out that he immediately had an S' rank ability, which allowed him to eat living organisms in exchange for experience. After discovering and reading this skill, the little monster immediately wanted to eat. His stomach just howled from emptiness. In search of food, the guy decided to go to the light radiating in the dark. Having sailed up to this light, the system notified in time. Deep Sea Devil, also known as lanternfish. It has a large mouth with huge teeth, looks very ferocious. There is a small lantern on its head, with which it sits down prey. What the hell? With which it's. Shen's first thoughts were that in life the lanternfish is as terrible as on the internet. And while he was thinking about it, the lanternfish, to put it mildly, was afraid of such a huge thing and hurried off. Shen, frightened by the fish, turned to the other side, but the system reminded him that this fish is smaller than his paw, so pumping is not waiting. Shen waved his tail and stunned the fish. The taste was very similar to what his father once cooked for him. Pretty tasty, better than it looks. The sounds of slurping were interrupted by the notification. Ding dong. You got 5 evolution points. Deep sea anglerfish. Congratulations on eating it for the first time. You have received a special ability. Lighting. Skill level C lighting. You can no longer worry about studying and lighting when the lights are turned off in the dorm. The system did not deceive, and Shen got a new skill. It was enough to pronounce its name in his head, as the entire dorsal fin of Shen was covered with bright light. The inhabitants of the sea were immediately attracted to the light. It was decided not to waste time and take advantage of this. For a while Shen ate all the fish that he came across. Ding dong. Plus 15 points Deep Sea Aravana. Plus 50 points for the first time eating Deep Sea Aravana. Plus 8 points. So eating various fish, Shen gained night vision. Some time later, Shen had already eaten 1,000 evolution points, hoping for development. And so the system offered pumping. The choice fell on claws, scales, and body shape. In just 500 points, the size increased by a meter, so growing to 100 meters is not such a difficult task, Shen thought to himself. Suddenly he was visited by thoughts, and where is he at all? What year is it now, and is he in his own world at all? To the questions asked, the system answered simply, the owner himself must investigate and discover everything. Interesting, Shen thought, to investigate everything himself? Am I in an open world game? And anyway, the Mariana Trench means that I'm on the ground, but it's too early for me to go outside, because almost certainly I will be immediately fired at with missiles, and it will be unpleasant to put it mildly. You need to grow up. With these thoughts, he went to eat fish further, but something got in his way. The next moment, he was grabbed by a huge tentacle. And when it seemed that his song was sung, it turned out he was saved. A huge sperm whale, accompanied by a notification of the system with its parameters, grabbed the octopus with its teeth and swam away. Now our little dragon was thinking that he was not as big as he thought at first, and that he was still far from a really big Godzilla. But he also thought that now that he was a monster, He would not hide his head in the sand and endure all the insults. He was going to give his all. All the insults from school immediately came to mind, and now he was going to become ferocious, bloodthirsty and cruel. Now he's at the top of the food chain, and now he's not planning to run away. With a loud growl, he swam to the octopus and bit off a piece of its tentacles. It tasted good, similar to fried squid, but juicier. The system notified that he got 21 points, and that's for one bite. The smell of easy money was felt, and he began to bite and bite. And so Shen and the sperm whale ate a squid in half. Ding dong. You got 3,000 evolution points for eating the Lord of the Deep Sea. Although he ate only half, but he got as many as 3,000 points, it turned out quite profitable. It was decided to improve immediately. Our dragon reached a size of 8 meters and a mass of 24 tons, but its stage remained underage. Suddenly, the system congratulated the king of the deep sea on eating once again and provided a gift, a monster compass. Level B skill. If there are monsters nearby, the compass will be able to indicate their location. Well, it's useful if I know where the monster is, then even if it's bigger than me, I'll have an advantage. Okay, let's go. A week later, Shen was already 30 meters in size. However, he miscalculated going to shallow water in search of sharks, and now he wandered off to nowhere. After logging into the system, he discovered that he was in the waters of the polar islands, for which he was given a new skill, Ding Dong. The skill is obtained Explosive Breath of the North, skill level S. It turned out that when logging into new places, skills are given. In addition, the compass showed that the island was full of monsters, and Shen decided that it was necessary to surface to see what was there. And now a huge 30-meter dinosaur is walking on the ground. This place turned out to be like a piece of prehistoric Earth, where all the insects were a meter in size. Shen liked it very much. His thoughts were all in the pumping, and the prospect of eating prehistoric creatures pleased him. The stream of thoughts was interrupted by a couple of pterodactyls who decided that a huge 30-meter dinosaur from prey. Shen was only amused by this. With one deft bite, he bit the pterodactyl's wing, and he fell powerlessly to the ground, accompanied by congratulations from the system and another 1,000 points. Godzilla was tired of seafood, so he was incredibly happy with the new dish. After finishing his breakfast, he decided that now was the time to try out a new skill. Shen imagined the skill in his head, and the next moment his whole body was filled with energy. His back began to glow bright blue, and a cloud of light began to form in his mouth. It seemed now that the remaining creatures were unwell. However, something went wrong, and instead of a powerful blow with ice, there was a zilch. Pterodactyls caught the moment and attacked the whole group. Damn, why are there so many of them? It turned out that to use it, you need to concentrate and fill your whole body with energy. The system gave a hint, and Shen decided to try again. The pterodactyls pounced and started pecking at Shen, which suddenly reminded him of a situation from his past life. At that moment, he felt a surge of rage, and concentrating, he threw it out. His body shone again, and a huge blue ray splashed out of his mouth, which easily broke most of the lizards. The beam was so powerful that it even penetrated a nearby mountain. I did it. Shen's feelings were as if he had been squeezed out like a lemon. He needed to restore his strength urgently. Having finished with the pterosaurs, the dragon got a fair amount of points. Now he had to get drunk. Approaching the lake, he noticed that something was wrong. An island of unnatural shape was visible in the middle of the lake. It seemed suspicious. Shen decided to get drunk as quietly as possible, but as soon as he fell to the water, the island moved and a huge Dashan cow fell to his gaze. It was in every sense a cow, with a huge island shell on its back. The length of this miracle was 90 meters, with a mass of 180 tons, the system quickly prompted. However, Shen failed to examine the cow properly. The reason why no one drank from the lake appeared. Imperial crocodiles instantly undressed with a cow. They hunted in groups, so the cow became an easy prey. It would be necessary to show who is the main predator here. With these thoughts, Shen rushed into battle. However, he was stopped by a loud growl. An ancient barbarian monkey jumped out from behind the mountain. It was so huge that it easily grabbed the crocodile by the tail and swallowed it. Watching how the giant was scattering crocodiles left and right, Shen wondered what could attract her attention, and such an opponent was too tough for him right now, so he did not annoy her. Therefore, he politely raised his hand, waved it, and was about to leave, but missed the moment that gorillas raised their paw only when they asked them to give something, which made the big guy furious. Powerful attacks fell on Shen, however, although the shots were strong, but they were full of holes and flaws, and the latter easily dodged. Taking advantage of the gorilla's uncertain blow, Shen bit her arm and knocked her down with his tail. I wanted to finish the fight with a powerful uppercut, except his limbs are too short. For this oversight, he was instantly punished with a powerful blow from the shoulder. Shen was not a fool and realized that his only chance was explosive breathing, but for this it was necessary to hold the primate, and he began to bite his hands. After another bite, both hands fell into the mouth, and the gorilla wanted to tear it, but then the whole body of the dragon was flooded with a bright blue light, and the next moment the gorilla was thrown several tens of meters. It seemed like the battle was over, but looking closer, Shen realized that he had not inflicted much damage. Suddenly, the gorilla decided to retreat and left. Victory. I'm in charge of this forest now. To regain strength, it was decided that it was necessary to finish the remains of crocodiles. Ding dong. Received a special skill, armor enhancement. It was most opportune. Shen spent the rest of the day killing crocodiles and farming glasses. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and write a comment. All bye.